Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ninbits podcast. This is
Welcome, everybody.
eh, damn it, every time. So, welcome to podcast number 25. Yes, 25. Kind of a different podcast actually. We're not gonna be dealing with a certain topic, list like we usually do.
Mhm.
Also, my name is John,
Hi, John.
and this guy is
I think my
is
name is Mark or Marco or I don't know. Oh, it's Eric.
this is the part where the podcast just goes downhill once more.
Little by little.
Man, it started way too early.
I know.
Okay, so all right, Eric, what's going on? What have you been doing?
Not much. Just dealing with some life situations. But aside from that, really the only other thing that I've been doing is just trying to get some gaming in there. I think. Well, obviously we'll talk about it, but we did go ahead and play a game, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about that here later on about that game that we played.
Hmm.
But aside from that, Pokemon Go, that's still been on my plate. Also, Fire Emblem. I've been playing a little bit of Fire Emblem here and
Okay,
there.
okay.
So I'm already, I think, at chapter 13 on that. So not too far. I got a long way to go still. Excuse me on that. What else have I been playing? That's pretty much it so far. Just had a lot of shit that I had to go ahead and take care of first, but I think I should be able to start playing quite a bit of games here very soon once again.
Okay, that's cool. So nothing really interesting happened.
No, nothing too interesting. No. How about yourself?
Well, as I could start with, I've been playing basically. Well, I don't want to say nothing. I've been going back to certain games.
Okay.
Like I have like a few games that are almost done actually, but I
Uh
just
huh.
haven't finished them because I just moved to other games.
Right.
Like I have Arkham Asylum, and at the very end of it, like at the well, I know it's pretty obvious. They pretty much show that it's the final part of the game,
Mhm.
and then that's also what, man, I forgot the name. Sharp Effie.
All right.
What?
Yeah, Sharp FE.
Okay, yes, Sharp Effie. And fuck. And I guess, well, Pokemon Go slightly.
Yeah,
But then
I'm
again, oh,
interested in hearing you talking a little bit about that here in a bit.
oh yes. Well, I actually one of my cousins kind of kidnapped me, and he took me downtown here.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we just walked around. He taught me a bit more about the gyms that I didn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little interesting. Like I didn't know you could even go with more people,
Mm-hmm.
like to take down one gym. Makes it super easy to bring down.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically, like, also it's really difficult to get EXP apparently, and
Oh
I
my
went,
God,
I
it's
went,
difficult.
I went to level 8. It took me a while.
Wait till you reach the 20s.
I don't want to know.
Jesus.
Like, I'm pretty much useless when it comes to gyms. Again, because all my CP it's too low.
Right, it is. Unfortunately, and along with your CP being too low, your Pokemon are going to be low as well.
So yeah, it's like low CP and low level. I can't do anything with gyms. I've been catching more Pokemon though, so that's been good.
Cool.
So yeah, and it's apparently gonna be a ritual now every weekend.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean I'll be able to Pokemon Go and whatnot, but because walking to do that in this current heat, nah, nah. I mean you would know, you would know.
Oh, I know. Trust me. That's why last time I went, I did go, what, I think it was like at 10 o'clock is when I went, late at night.
Uh huh.
And even then, it was still pretty hot. But
Yeah,
this way, when we went, it wasn't as hot as that afternoon because it was like 100 degrees that afternoon. So yeah, I know you're feeling on that one.
I can't wait for winter, man.
I'm kind of over summer, dude. I agree with you. And I'm a summer guy, but this summer, I'm just like, damn, I'm over it, dude.
Yeah, so I mean it's been that, and well, anything interesting, I guess.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, so I guess it was my birthday, right?
Happy late birthday, even though I told you earlier, but
Yeah,
happy
you
late
did.
birthday.
And that was pretty cool. I mean, I got a cake from work, so I can't complain about that.
Oh no, cake is awesome.
Yes, and then like someone actually gave me a book I wasn't planning to get because I heard terrible things about it.
What book was that?
It was the new Harry Potter book.
Oh, I've heard terrible things about it too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't planning to get it because then I figured out it was written by other people. But then they gave it to me. I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll read it. I'm gonna have to read it. I haven't. It's just here, like it's right here, but I don't want to open it. I haven't even opened it.
No.
I don't know. I'm afraid to open it. And of course, I played and finished that one game you're talking about.
Yeah, well, we both did, surprisingly, because I didn't think I was going to finish it on time because you kind of scared me. But yeah, I'm glad that I was able to finish it too.
I mean, it's not a long game either.
No, it's just when I told you what chapter I was on, you're like,
Like,
"Oh, you still got some way." I was like, "Shit, is it that
well,
much?"
to be fair, when you told me you weren't even halfway there, I was telling the truth. You were not halfway there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So I
but
mean,
it was pretty easy, pretty quick. I got it done pretty much right then and there as soon as you told me that.
sweet. Well, we're gonna talk about it when we get to the topic, but for
We
now,
sure will.
yes, let's get to the news. I hope you got the news.
What news? Just kidding. Let's go.
Well, there's not a lot really.
No, not really.
That statement is not inaccurate. So what's it? Okay, so back to school deals. Deals, they're fucking great. Okay, first like Nintendo Selects. You can finally get all those Nintendogs that you'd always wanted.
Gotta catch them all.
Apparently, well, not really. You only get the golden retrievers, so you can catch all the golden retrievers you want. I mean,
Yay!
the moment you get the game, you probably won.
Right.
Yes, and then we have Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which is another game I really enjoyed.
I've never even played that game, to be honest with you.
Yes, you fucking have.
No, I haven't.
You have. I'm pretty sure I played with you.
Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, never have touched that game. You're mistaking me for someone else, and I'm offended. Just kidding. No, but I haven't played it. I swear to God, I haven't.
Really?
I swear on my life, I have not played this
Huh.
game.
Well,
When I've tried to get it, it's always been like $40 or impossible to find.
well, that's weird. I'm pretty sure I was playing with someone. I did not remember who I was playing with then.
Yeah, I remember you talking to me about it though. You were playing with someone else, and you were telling me you were playing the online mode or some crap like that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I never played it, dude. Swear to God, I never played it.
I recall that mode being really fun. I mean, there's
That's
not
what you
much.
were telling me.
Yes,
Yeah.
not much to the mode. It's just basically going through towers, catching all the ghosts before time runs out,
Oh.
suffering through that before time runs out. But it was fun. It was fun. Then we have Tomodachi Life, which I'm sure this is a game you picked up.
I did, and I thought it was fun. I don't know where I left it though. I lost it.
Do you still think it's exactly like Animal Crossing, like everyone says it is?
No, it's not exactly like Animal Crossing at all, dude. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I never understood why people say that. Like it really isn't.
It's nothing like it, and I don't understand why people. I don't know. That's a weird statement for anybody to even make. That it's like it's weird. It's totally its own game, and I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I mean I never got it because I'm not usually a fan of you know those.
Like the Sims games.
Yeah, but I can say for sure that I mean people enjoyed it. I have heard good things about it.
Hmm. It's a good
Okay,
game. I liked it.
yes, but so Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Speaking of, yep.
So I'm pretty sure like you played that one way more than I ever did.
Oh yeah, and I don't know if I told you, but I rebought it. So yeah,
Oh, you
because I lost
you
my other copy that
so
I
you already
spent
got it back?
hours and yeah. Well, I bought another one. Yeah, after I spent so many freaking hours on it. Yeah, but I bought it the same time I bought Birthrights.
Okay. So are you getting any amiibo for it?
I think I told you about this one too, but yeah, I already have like the amiibo cards
Oh,
that I
yeah.
previously bought.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's that one. Then we have Lego City Undercover. The chase begins. I'm pretty sure neither of us have played it.
Nope.
Then the Wii U, we had the Wind Waker HD, just Wind Waker in HD. Get it if you
Hmm.
want to get the Swift Sail.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo Land, which is apparently not in the eShop.
That should. Well, how much is that gonna be? That should be like $10 by now.
It's $20. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
what? Well,
Nintendo
no.
Land. It shouldn't be.
I don't think it's ever been more than less than 40.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
maybe
For
30.
Nintendo Land?
Maybe
Ooh.
30. But I don't think Nintendo Land was ever under that. Now it's
It's not,
20.
it's not even worth 20 if you ask me. Not at this point, at least. Should be like
Well,
$10.
well, I don't think it ever was at that price. I guess it was still kind of a good game to sell.
Oh yeah, well, it's got all those mini games, and it's a good way to introduce the Wii U. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and then we had the big one, the Lego City Undercover, the one for the Wii U.
Uh,
Which now this one I heard it's good, but I never actually bought it and played it.
I just never been a Lego fan in general. Like those Lego games. I've never been a huge fan of that.
Yeah, neither have I, sadly.
Hmm.
But I mean, if you want any of these games, here you go, $20
On
each.
sale, take advantage.
Yes, specifically Luigi's Mansion and no, Luigi's Mansion. That one specifically because, as Eric said, $40.
That one's
40.
hard to find. Yeah, it's freaking
Yeah,
hard to find. That and I would say the other one. Uh,
which
Wait,
one?
isn't I'm trying to figure it out now. Wasn't Pikmin part of this, or that was the last round
I
of
believe that was the last
Nintendo
time,
Select, right? Okay, yeah. Well, then
unless
never
I,
mind.
unless I forgot. But I'm pretty sure it was just
No, I
three
I think you're
games.
right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yes, and then we have bundles.
Bundles, here
Yes,
they come.
bundles. So we have Yoshi's Woolly World, which had the red and pink Yoshi. Well, of course, not at the same time. You gotta buy it separately,
You're right.
so you only get one. Then we have Mario Party 10, and well, I mean, I don't know why you would want that game, if unless you like, playing that weird Bowser game.
I heard that game sucked, by the way.
I mean, and speaking just by looks alone, it doesn't look very fun to ride around in one cart.
Right.
Yeah, and you can get Peach and Bowser.
Hmm.
I mean, you can go either way. And then Captain Toad, which, huh, $40. That's the price of the original game, I believe. Maybe it
I
was,
think I
maybe it
think
was,
so.
or was it 50? Hmm. I
I
like,
don't remember.
I like
Yeah.
to think it was $50, but you also now it's $40 and you get an amiibo.
Right.
But you get the Toad amiibo, which is, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be able to find it.
No, it does. Already, I have that one, but
Yeah, but fuck those. Because the
exactly.
best deal is the new 3DS. It has Super Mario 3D Land, and I don't mean like the 3DS. I mean the new Nintendo 3DS, which has Super Mario 3D Land, and like the and like in the game, like sadly not physical copies anymore, as always.
Hmm.
And then we had two faceplates. Like one of them has like this 8-bit style on it, and the other one's just Mario, I guess.
Yeah.
Eh, but it's just $150, which, if you really think about it, if you try to find a new Nintendo 3DS, they are $200.
Jeez.
They're still that much,
I
which
didn't
is
even
why,
think they were sell that much, but you're right.
which is why I haven't bought one myself. At this point, I don't even know if I want to. Ah well, but I mean, if you still don't have a 3DS and you like Mario games, like there's a huge library of games. You can use those $50 to buy a few games, I believe.
Oh yeah,
You can buy
easily.
like Yeah, you can buy like two games.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Just take
that
advantage of those sales that we just posted up on a few moments ago, pretty much.
yes. If you don't have any of these games, go picking up $20, $40 with amiibo you really wanted that bad.
Hmm.
I, oh, I actually think that Europe got the best deal because I believe one of the games that they got for much less than that. What game was it? Damn, I already forgot what game it was, but I know it was a. I believe it was. I don't know if it was Donkey Kong. It was a newer game that they got for basically, I don't know, £25. I don't know the currency, but they got a newer game,
Hmm.
basically. Well, if you live in Europe, you can easily check out the Nintendo page. I didn't really grab that information.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's gonna be something like you said, like Donkey Kong, since I would say that would be like the which one, the tropical one, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say so too.
But I mean, like I mean, the last deal is kind of a steal,
Yeah.
honestly. But I mean, other than that, then we have I mean, you can get Lucina as well, Amiibo restock. I mean, do people still care about Amiibo?
No, not really. I mean, the flame has died, or it's very mild now.
Yeah, I mean, I only want that Bayonetta Amiibo, honestly.
That's what I was gonna say. Now I've you remember when this first came out? I was all about this. I had like every single one as they were coming out,
Yes, you did.
and then I just kind of gave up. And now I'm just like, I'll just get the ones that I just like. The ones that I actually want.
Yeah.
And right now, so far, I'm shooting for the third parties like Ryu. I have Ryu, and then I want Bayonetta as well, and then Pac-Man, Sonic, Mega Man. I'm just getting those right now.
Oh, so you're not even getting the Nintendo ones?
Only the ones that I like. I'll get
Oh,
like just the ones that I like. I'm not going all that like I did before.
all right. So if you want Lucina, I just call her that to annoy some people that I know.
Look,
Yes, you want to get her. There's a new restock coming, so keep an eye out for it. I don't
oh,
think. Hmm?
oh, I was gonna say Pikmin 3 is the European Nintendo Select one. That's where I saw it. That's why
There
I
you
got that
go.
confused. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
That makes more sense now.
Yes. So I mean, you want to get again this one amiibo because it was rare before. It was
Right.
very rare.
Absolutely, it was.
So if you want to pick it up now, go. I'm pretty sure they'll have a high stock at
Mm-hmm.
this point at least. There's not gonna be much scalping. There
No.
really isn't much anymore. Like a few of the groups I checked in with, they don't even post anymore for that very reason,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Exactly.
funny.
Just all kind of died down all of a sudden.
Yes, and I say that's good. That way you don't have to scalp. In fact, you can get amiibo now for much lower prices.
Mm-hmm.
Check Amazon. Anyway, then we have a release date for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, September 8th, which is much sooner than I expected to come out.
Are you excited for this game?
Yeah, I really am. And like, there's a demo coming out the 25th. I
Oh,
mean,
okay. This
I'm,
month?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I'm sure you. I mean, I know you're not a big fan of reading games, basically.
No.
I mean, that's what I see a lot of people call them. But I mean, I'm excited for this. I really want to see Maya again. She'll have a voice. That's gonna be a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then again, there's the anime. Oh yeah, there's the anime. I forgot about that. I bet you didn't even check it out, huh?
Yeah. No, I haven't checked it out. It's on my list, but I haven't checked it out yet. It is on my list of watching. I want to watch it. Have you been watching that?
No, I only watched the first episode and just kind of give up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I mean, well, if you haven't watched the series, it might not be a problem, but I found some problems just with the first episode and I just kind of gave up.
Right.
And I was like, I'll just wait till it's all over.
Right.
That was like 24 weeks ago.
Oh, it's already over?
Now it's almost over.
Oh, okay. Because that's what I've been kind of waiting for as well, just so I can watch it all in one go, really.
At least I want to say it's almost over. I'm not really sure what it's in right now. Again,
Yeah.
all right. But I mean, go like, it's only eShop, by the way, not physical. So a little sad about that, but that was the same with Dual Destinies, the last game.
Right.
But I mean, if you can pre-order that, but you know what you can pre-order now?
Mm-hmm.
The NES Mini.
Where at?
I have no idea. I actually was
Tar-
going to check it out.
Target. So I looked that up just because I wanted to see if you knew.
Oh,
Target is the only place so far that you can get it. I know that Amazon had them for a while, but they sold out very quickly.
yes, I believe they were available on Amazon, but there was no physical areas, correct?
Correct, exactly. So the I wanted to get it, but I don't remember if Target charges you like right up front. Unlike Amazon, you can pre-order it and they won't charge you until they release this.
Hmm.
But that's why I haven't pre-ordered it. But that is definitely on my list. Surprisingly enough, you wouldn't. Did I ever tell you how I found out about the NES coming out, this new Classic Edition?
How?
My wife.
Oh,
Yeah, when she told, I was like, it kind of blew my mind. I was like, wait, you found out something about Nintendo before me? And it was pretty funny. But she wants to pre-order it. She's the one that's really really excited for it because that just takes her back. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and get, and that's gonna be one of the things that me and the wifey are gonna play together.
yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean, well, she's not much of a gamer, is she?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, I mean, to be fair, the NES Mini it's kind of a targets those kinds of people who only
Exactly.
played games when they were much younger.
Hmm.
I mean, I never played the NES. I didn't have an NES proper. I mean, I have been playing it from other people. But I never owned one on my own. I
Hmm.
always wanted to,
Right.
just to have it at least, but I really don't have the space for it.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
can.
No, that's a funny one, dude. But that's definitely one that we want to get together. I wonder, does this leave it open for the SNES Classic? You think?
That's something that we really gonna have to see and wait.
Yep. I hope so, because that was my jam right there.
They're gonna include Chrono Trigger, and then Square Enix is going to cry.
I know, right?
That one, of course, don't expect that one. Like, I don't think it's going to have like as many games.
No, no, no. I agree.
So I'm saying this now, and calling it now, and I'm calling that people are gonna complain because there isn't as many games as the NES Mini.
Hmm.
Calling it now.
Hmm.
Okay,
There's always those people.
yes. I mean, well, yeah, you know, fans can be a little bit too. Well, I don't want to say whiny, but they can be a little chaotic.
Just a little. Yeah,
Yes.
right.
I mean, have you heard all that crap that happened when both a Metroid 2 remake and Pokemon Urania got taken down?
Oh yeah, I know.
Before we get into it, have you played these two fan games?
Actually, it's funny that you say that because I was looking for a good download link yesterday. I'm going, and I really didn't look too hard to be quite honest with you. I just started, but I want to try Uranium just for the fun of it. I want to try that.
As do I. I heard weird things about it. You know, since this is a fan-made game,
Mm.
these games are usually made. Well, the Metroid one, it's mostly just Metroid 2.
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't play it because obviously we get a lot of hate for not being fans of Metroid, but that's why I didn't play it because I'm really not interested to be honest with you. But I've heard about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can find it. I'm sure you can easily find it. There's
Oh, I can. I just haven't really dedicated anything. I bet I could find it like during this podcast if I wanted to right now.
yes. The same goes for Pokemon Uranium, which
Mm-hmm.
is again, it's a Pokemon game by the fans. Apparently, a little goes a little edgy, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's trying to be realistic or something like that.
Yep.
Which honestly, it's kind of not the point of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pokemon's a little silly.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It's very silly. And then we
Yeah.
have the new nuclear type in the game.
Nuclear type. I didn't even hear about that one.
So yeah, nuclear type.
That's pretty
Which
funny.
I guess Nintendo's never gonna use that again,
Nope.
if they ever thought about it because of this fan game. I mean,
Found it by the way, and I'm downloading it right now.
there you go. You can easily find it. Be sure to send me a link to that.
All right, we'll do.
All right. So I mean, if you want to check it out, it's there everywhere. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of direct downloads and torrents that you can use. I mean, just keep in mind this is not made by Game Freak,
Right.
and it's likely you're not gonna like. It's a whole thing. We're probably gonna have to do a topic about this at some point about fan
Mm-hmm.
games, and and while we're at it, we could actually play some fan games. But that's enough about it for now. I guess the whole thing is that these two games got taken down.
Yep.
Why? Well, because they're Nintendo properties,
That's
and
why.
yeah, Nintendo properties then obviously get in the way of the actual games that they're making. In this case, being Federation Force and Sun and Moon.
That's true. That kind of makes sense if you ask me.
So yeah, you can't blame them.
No,
They may
you
not be
can't.
making exactly what you want, at least for the Metroid side, but you're gonna have to get over it and understand that that's business.
Yeah, that's just how it works.
Yep. Uh, well, I mean, bad news. Well, I say bad news, but I'm sure you can really find these two games anywhere. But bad news aside, we have releases. What are the releases now?
I was gonna say something I haven't seen in a long time.
Well, yeah, we have not seen a single release, at least on the Nintendo website, in a
Right.
while. The website does not update eShop games for whatever reason, unless it's kind of big games.
Mm-hmm.
Never smallish games. Well, not anymore. They used to. They used to do it. I don't see those anymore, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we have Style Savvy Fashion Forward. That's $29.99. Comes out this Friday, and Federation Force as well comes out this Friday, $39.99. So both for the 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
So Style Savvy, I mean, pretty sure if you are a girl and or a guy who has
Mm-hmm.
played this game, it's probably good. I don't know. I was gonna get it, but then I heard from someone that Federation Force was actually fun, so I'm gonna pick that up instead.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that might annoy some people because I'm actually picking up a Metroid game, and it's not even the real quote
I
unquote real.
I think that's hilarious, actually. So I love it.
I mean, it's gonna spite some people, but I don't care. I actually find that very funny.
I find it hilarious too, actually.
Yes, so I don't want to say suck it because that's very rude. Anyway, having said, I guess
Anyways,
that's really it. Okay, we're back.
we're back.
I mean, we're not gonna say this, but that was a really long break.
We're we're not gonna say, but we just said it.
Oh, fuck. So, what's going on, guys? We're here with a topic that we didn't actually bother to say.
Nope.
No. Well, let's just say our call kind of cut off and we went into the break there. So, just just you remember that moment when the whole thing just suddenly cut off and the music started? That was my when my computer decided to crap out. It wasn't
Actually,
very
perfect timing.
it wasn't very fun. But I was already done with the news anyway, so fuck you, computer. That being said, we can get to the topic. You know what the topic is, Eric?
Quest 64.
I haven't even played that game.
Yeah, I've never played it either, but I just thought I mentioned it because it just came to my mind for some reason.
That's okay, that's what I figure. So, what's today's topic? And that is Freedom Planet. You know what Freedom Planet is? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I answered the question for him before he went into some small tangent.
He already knows me too well.
So yes, Freedom Planet. That is today's topic. It's kind of a weird thing we're doing now, occasionally, not always. We're just gonna talk about a game. We're just gonna focus on it. We're gonna talk what we like, what maybe we didn't like. Just kind of a review like thing, but a little more casual.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, a lot of people are probably asking, what is Freedom Planet? So, Freedom Planet is it's a game that doesn't have the popularity it deserves. I feel this is a game that it's very similar to Shovel Knight in terms of how good it is, but it doesn't. I mean, people are not talking about it like crazy. Speaking of that, you don't talk about Shovel Knight, so I guess it's all the same to you.
It's all the same to me, but you remember what I first said as soon as I got my hands on that game?
Yeah. What?
What's the first thing that I told you that game reminded me of?
Well.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah. Just say it. Sonic. I'll say
Rocket
it.
Knight.
Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what
Rocket
it
Knight.
reminded me of. As soon as I picked up the controller and I started playing that, I was like, "That's Sonic. That's Tails. That's Knuckles."
Kind of.
These are all. Yeah. Okay. So that's the feeling that I got. But okay, I'll tell you one thing though. This was better than Sonic, in my personal opinion. I know people are probably gonna hate on that, but I thought it was a lot better than Sonic, dude.
I mean, I can't really say much about that. I have not played an actual Sonic game in years. Like the last game I played was Sonic Advance on the GBA.
Uh huh.
Again, that was in like 2005. So yeah, that was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, that was, dude.
So I never played an actual 2D Sonic game. Well, if you count Sonic Colors, I like that game.
No, it's Sonic Colors is pretty good, from what I've heard, but this one is a lot better than the 2D Sonic games. That's for sure.
I mean, you don't have to lynch me. You can lynch Han. You're
I
saying that.
know.
It started as a fan game, actually.
Hmm.
But I guess the creator, who I just mentioned, Stephen DeRuro,
Hmm.
decided like, you know what? No, we're gonna make our own game, and so they did, and that's what it was today. It took a while though. I mean, in fact, the characters aren't even his. The three main characters,
Hmm.
they're actual DeviantArt characters from this one
Are they
Chinese.
really? I did
Yes,
not know that.
from this one Chinese artist.
Wow.
Yeah, so the game released in July 21st on Steam, which is likely where most people played it, and of course it was later ported to Wii U.
Wow. I didn't even notice that, dude. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was ported to Wii U on October 2015.
Hmm.
So this is not even in a year old. Well, at the time of this recording. Sash Lilac, I believe is her name.
Yeah,
That she's the main character of the game. She plays like Sonic.
yeah, she does play like Sonic.
It's said the difference is that she has this weird dash. She can dash in every direction except up or down, straight up
Right.
and down.
Hmm.
And she, unlike Sonic, she can walk up hills.
And she can do this loop-de-loop things.
Yeah, it's unapologetically Sonic
Yeah, it
in
is.
many aspects. Well, basically, it's Lilac, Carol, the two main characters that you start with because you're gonna play with the third character until you finish a certain stage.
Hmm.
And you once you okay, why is the story so complicated, man? The whole
I
story,
told you.
man, it's difficult. It's very 90s cartoonish. It's very cartoonish, the whole story, but it's difficult to explain because they actually make it complex. They make it more complex than it honestly needs to be. Not as straightforward as you may think. So there's a crash in the distance. They go investigate it. They find different characters, and then this whole complicated political thing regard the world and its source of power begins.
Yeah, it's just basically the character crashes, from what I can recall, right? The Torque.
Yes.
From there, Torque requests, "Hey, can you guys give me a hand to go ahead and get the Kingdom Stone?" Blah blah blah. And from there, just like you said, there's conflict between three nations. Shui
I don't
Shui
think it.
something.
Okay, it
I don't
doesn't matter. The point is, it's
I don't
just
think it
three
matters.
nations.
There's three nations, right? And they're all fighting against each other to take control of the Keystone, or the Kingdom Stone, excuse me. And then they all have their respective generals, so they're all always fighting, and there's this dialogue in between them all the time where they're always bickering back and forth with each other. And then there's the mysterious, just like in Mega Man, you know how you get Proto Man.
Yeah.
We get in this one, what's his face, Spade. I think that was his name, right?
You mean the weird character that really brings nothing to the plot?
Exactly. The stupid character that just shows up and tries
Yes.
to act cool and then leaves.
Yes, the king's brother.
There you go, that guy.
So yeah, okay. Again, we're really getting like we're all over the place.
Yeah, we
So
are.
so the game itself, it plays. Okay, I play with all three characters actually.
Did you really? Wow, I
Yes,
did not.
I didn't play all of it. That being said,
Sure.
so I play with Lilac mostly, just as
Hmm.
you did.
I did. That's the only character that I
Yes,
played.
she controls the Sonic. You can move in every direction. You can run really fast, but you gotta charge your moves. Okay, you can spin dash in every direction, step up or down, and that's basically her character. Oh, she can also do attacks. She can spin in the air. She can do drop kick. She can do an uppercut. She can do a lot of cool stuff,
Yeah.
and which is controls better than Sonic. But I guess the level design really helps her. Like
Hmm.
really, it's a little different. It's not exactly Sonic because
Hmm.
it really benefits more of Lilac.
Right.
Yes, because there will be areas that you're not gonna be able to get out unless you double jump or you spin dash.
Yeah, spin dash. And with the spin dash, for example, you can bounce off the wall when you spin dash. So it'll like it's kind of like a ping pong effect, right? Is that, if
Yes,
I'm saying that right? So it'll get you to spots where you didn't think you could get to, or spots that are hidden or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty handy.
yes. And the whole spin dash thing, it's actually pretty interesting because you do bounce off everything.
Hmm.
So if you don't aim it right, you're gonna end up somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that being said, there's almost no bottle in the spit. So the game really has that going for it, and I
Hmm.
really enjoy that.
Right.
Right. And then like you have a health bar instead of rings. There's no rings in this. You have a stamina bar, which is how you use your moves. You have the uppercut uses like no, not the uppercut, the spin dash, the spin attack, which you do in the air, uses half the bar. Then the whole spin dash that uses the whole bar. So you need to have a full bar in order to be able to use it.
Right.
So yeah, there's a bit of a strategy when doing it. And again, you have health, but trust me, you will die even with health.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I died lots of times in this game.
Well, it's easier to die because unlike Sonic, you can pick up one ring,
Hmm.
which makes it easy to just pick that one ring. In
Yep.
this one, you don't have that liberty.
Hmm.
Because Sonic's usually mostly about collecting the most rings every stage.
Hmm.
I mean, this is just basically surviving the whole thing. Then this is not on your list, but because you haven't played it, but Carol T. funny name, by the way.
Yeah.
So she's a wildcat. At first I thought she was a Wolverine for some reason. So she just has this normal like claw attack. She doesn't really have aerial moves, but she does have her motorcycle. I don't know if you ever saw around like there's these weird areas, like there's gas tanks all over when you're playing with her. And when you
Uh-huh.
pick it up, you start using her motorcycle. You can go up
Oh, that's
ladders.
pretty cool.
Yeah, you can climb up walls. You can do pretty much everything. And you can go because you don't go as fast as Lilac if you don't have the motorcycle.
Right.
You need it to go just as fast as her, and it provides a different dynamic. Like she can, that being said, she can climb the walls.
Hmm.
She can use like jump pads, kind of like Sonic, but that's her gimmick. That's basically her gimmick.
Hmm.
She's much lower, but she gets a bike if you find one. It's always a
Nice.
gas tank.
That's kind
So,
of it's cool that she could get the bike, but at the same time, it kind of sucks that you have to kind of look for it or find it. It's almost like
well,
getting lucky.
well, I mean, I didn't play through the whole thing, but I did see gas tanks like very visibly.
Oh, so they're
So,
pretty. Oh, you're right. I remember seeing those gas tanks. Now that I think about it, yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's just an element that you gotta find, but they're not very hidden because it's an element to her character, to her playstyle.
Mm-hmm.
So you need them. And then we have Mila Vassett, who actually has half the health bar.
Mm-hmm.
So, and instead of like doing what she like everyone else does, running fast, she's basically Tails.
Right, exactly.
That being said, like she has a shield, and she has this thing ability to use cubes, like to grab cubes and just toss them.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can make cubes out of nothing. But you can also use those cubes, and like you can put it as a shield. So you have the normal shield, which is really tiny, really thin, and you can use that as a kind of a laser shot,
Mm-hmm.
and you can protect yourself from every direction.
That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, and this is like very necessary, but there's a little detail I like that, which she points down, she actually lifts her foot so as
Mm-hmm.
to not to touch the shield.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, you can also use the cube that you can summon, and you can use that as a bigger shield.
Mm-hmm.
So first you activate that, and then you activate the shield itself, and you can use that as a bigger laser shot. But again, she has half the health bar.
That's pretty damn cool. But yeah, the half health bar.
But also there's the fact that each character, like she starts off in a different stage than Lilac. Like she starts off where you find her first, if you recall in the game proper.
I do. Yes.
Yes, I believe Carol starts off in the same stage as Lilac, but she gets one different stage. Each character gets a different stage,
Uh huh.
and then we're gonna get two characters actually via DLC.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to
Damn.
play a Stork and Spade, I believe.
Oh.
So I believe they're available now on Steam, but not yet on Wii U. We might get them
Oh, okay.
soonish, hopefully before the Wii U dies.
Yeah. Hopefully.
So yeah, I mean, I like the stage design. Like again, it's very Sonic. It's very open.
Mm-hmm.
You can go pretty much everywhere. But it doesn't feel random, because there's a little cool things in every stage. I mean, I'm trying to recall a few things. Like, for example, some stages there's these dandelions, which you can just jump into them,
Mm-hmm.
and you can grab it, and like the wind will just push you away. You can just grab onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Or in those stages, there's platforms which you jump and then you spin to the air. You kind of fly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like every stage has something different. Like, do you recall anything specific?
Like what I like the. Sorry for the dog again. So one thing that I like is. So first of all, there's a lot of specific things that I noticed. One of them being. I'm, I hate not being able to remember all these names because there's so many different stages and they're all pretty memorable except for the one that I really really liked was. Uh, you remember that ice world where those blocks appeared out of nowhere and just kind
Yes.
of yeah that one is my favorite one. And then there's also the one that had the Mega Man effect. You know how the blocks would also disappear from that one, and it's
Yeah.
kind of you had to jump on those before they disappear type of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so those were my favorite stages that stuck out the most. Also, I think one of them was called Pago Lagoon, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
That one was a very, very colorful world. It's just that's the one that I thought was the most colorful out of all of them. Really, it had a lot of well, it was mostly purple to be honest with you, but that was one of my other favorite ones that stuck out to me the most.
Yeah. Well, there's like again, there's a lot of cool, neat things. For example, as well, there's a stage that gives you double spin dash.
Oh, right. How could I forget that one? That was
Yes,
pretty cool.
yes, that was one of my favorites, which you can use
Yeah.
to traverse the levels because the stages now are more. They're the same, like they're just as big, but now there's a lot of walls. There's a
So
lot of. Hmm?
if you recall, what I said earlier is that you have to use the spin dash and bounce from one wall to another. So with this one, you have to collect the double spin dash. So you jump in through like this ring, and then you spin dash, and it launches you pretty far, and it'll get you what, like 2 3 bounces off the wall, and then on top of that you can still do your regular spin dash, which will get you another bounce off the wall. But
Yeah,
this is very crucial. Even for example, there's that one part where you have to get to the roof to go ahead and hit the lever to open the door to get to the next part. And I think that took me seriously like 15 times, dude, to nail it.
yeah.
I don't know if
Well,
you remember what I'm talking about
yes,
with that one.
yeah, I do. I did nail it like in after a few tries and got
Uh
up
huh.
there, because that's the whole gimmick of that stage. It's to use the wall
Yeah.
bouncing and you can even use it on the stage proper and just burst through open areas. But again, you miss a
Right.
lot of stuff because this game has a lot of little stuff in there, mostly being these weird cars,
Right.
which you can. By the way, you can open these cars. You can close them again, so you can just open them again.
Right.
So you can just have everything unlocked and then you can just open it at your own leisure. You can close it again if you want. I mean, that sounds really silly, but it's silly in a way that I like because like you can pretend they're new. They're kind of like trading cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly right. It's the
It's
best
just
way to say it.
so yeah. There's a lot of unlockable art, which is usually art like hand drawn of the
Hmm.
characters, music, which the music I enjoy the music. They're not a huge. I don't think any of the music is bad. I like it, but I mean I don't hate it. At least
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I liked it, but just like you said, it's not like the best and most impressive thing in the world either. You know, it's good.
No, I mean, I gotta admit, Sonic really has that in spades. So
Hmm.
it was a little sad, but I mean, I like the boss themes, man. The boss themes, like
Dude,
the
the
boss,
bosses in
the
general. Just speaking,
bosses. Yes,
yeah, just speaking of them in general. Now that you did go ahead and mention them, they were some unique bosses in this one, dude.
yeah, they were actually really cool, man.
Yeah.
And and there are some little things in there. For example, in one of the bosses in one of the, I believe in that Chinese-based kingdom, there's this creature. Like, by the way, it's fucking beautifully animated. By the way, this like weird four-legged creature just running with you running as well, and then
Oh, right.
Mila and Carol come out of nowhere and start helping you. Mila dropping health items to keep you alive, and Carol coming to like jump and claw at the enemy.
Uh huh.
And just well at this, well, it looks high speed, but it's obviously not. But it just looks great. It just looks great, like to fight the enemy and then everyone comes help you. And again, that's a lot of cool, neat details like that. For example, there's this one stage where Carol actually finishes the boss, like comes out of nowhere and just claws once and the boss dies.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're still attacking it and just Carol comes and the screen slows down every time you beat a boss.
Mm-hmm. It kind of gives you like that slow mo effect.
Yeah, which is something I really enjoy.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Like honestly, other things I really, well, you know how you compare this to Sonic,
Yeah.
but I like to say this is not only Sonic but other titles that came out for not only, I mean that, but for the Genesis.
Right.
If you ever play Genesis titles, a lot of these sound effects will sound familiar to you. There's a lot of these sound effects. I haven't played that many titles, but I have played Treasure titles. If you know
Mm-hmm.
Treasure, these are the people who make games like, uh, fuck. You ever play Astro Boy, Omega Factor, or games like, damn, I actually forgot the name. It's a Sega Genesis game, which also came out in the GBA. Uh, damn, I can't remember it, man. It's a little
Yeah,
sad.
dude. A lot of those games you just even mentioned, I never played. To be honest with you, I never played too many of the Sega Genesis games.
Well, I played a few. I wish I could remember. Like again, a GBA version became a super something.
Right.
Uh, damn, that's really gonna make me a little sad. But that being said, like uses a lot of those things, a little more action oriented. This is not a game about speed. you can do it, but it can be about speed, but there's a lot more combat here. There's a lot more exploration. Like since there's a lot of everything that's hidden,
Hmm.
and then oh god, then the bosses you can fight by using your drop kicks or uppercuts. Like the final boss, you can actually parry its attack by using your your normal attack, which is I don't know.
I would have never figured that out unless you told me. By the way.
Yeah, I figured it out by accident, and I used it and just blocked the whole move. And like, oh crap, this is cool. It just made the battle easier, but it also made it cooler.
But even if that with that, like I was complaining to you before I did that, that freaking if that slash hits you, that does so much freaking damage. I think
Yeah,
it almost takes like half of my life away with one
it
hit.
actually takes away five
Oh my
out of
god.
out of the eight things you have, so it deals more than half.
Yeah, you're right. Jeez, I hated that thing.
So we're talking about the final boss, but we're not really spoiling much because he has a lot of other moves. Let's just say it's a multi-phase battle.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's there's a lot to go to that fight.
Yes, I mean, okay, so visual, like, what do you think of the look of the game?
It's pretty, dude. I like it. It's very well made. Like that's why I said it's like Sonic, but it's way better than Sonic. I'll again take me down, people, if you wish. That's fine. It looks way better than Sonic. I didn't run into that many glitches, but I did run into a few glitches. Like some bosses would get stuck in the wall. So I don't know if you ran into anything like that. But it's very well made. Again, it's all completely voiced over as well. So I thought that was pretty damn cool. But yeah, I like it, dude. I thought it was awesome.
So I don't think I had that happening to me. Well, there's been some glitches I did find. We'll get to it when I get to it.
Uh,
But I really like the visuals. Like every sprite really
they
looks
look nice.
they're
Yeah.
expressive. Like they have these little tiny details that they have
Right.
whenever they do anything. Like there's this part where like fuck Lilac will go into the bathroom if you just get close to the woman's bathroom, and like if she's close to the men's restroom, she will get kicked out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and there's also this part when there's I believe there's this disco ball or something like that,
Hmm.
and she'll start dancing along the music.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that part too. Yeah,
So you just stare idle, and then like she'll just tell you,
I didn't
"Come on."
even know. I did that by accident because I think my wife called me to do something, and I came back to it, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
And then there's sort of things like that. Like she just told you, "Hey, hey, hurry up," stuff like that.
Hmm.
Well, that's very Sonic-ish, so it's not
That's
bad.
true too.
Yeah. Like she has animations for almost everything. But if there's anything, this is a super tiny nitpick that I wish it had. That it had an animation, so when you're near ledge,
Uh-huh.
as if she's about to fall.
Oh, like the little whoa, like where Sonic does it all the time when he gets near an edge too. He's just like kind of flailing his arms in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm guessing they couldn't implement it because they were like, because you okay, every character can go up walls, so they can just walk up the wall. So I'm guessing there really is no point to add that animation.
that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Still, I mean, they use a lot of things like the bosses, how they move. And like there's I don't know if this is the game proper, but sometimes whenever these huge bosses like jump and then land, it slows down. I don't know if that's on purpose or that's just the game.
That didn't happen to me.
Really? Like there's this like giant boss jumps and lands and then like waves of energy will
Oh, like coming out of the yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that was maybe I don't know. That's a good question. Was it part of the game or was it just
I don't know because it always slows down at that point. So
You're
maybe
right. I do remember that now.
so I'm not quite that sure. But that being said, I mean, oh man, it just looks great. I don't know much about the backgrounds though, and I really didn't care much for them.
Hmm.
Except in that ice stage you were talking about.
Right.
Because you could see everything in the background, like fighting and like just this all-out battle. Do you remember the stage you're talking about?
Yeah, I remember that. Uh-huh.
So you know that's pretty cool. But it this reminded me of something else, which is about. Do you remember the story? This reminded me of the story. I mean, it's difficult to explain, but you did actually did a good job earlier. But if there's anything I could say, it's that the voice actors do an all right job.
Yeah, yeah. I like that it's voiceover, but it's very forced. Is that the word that I would use for that?
I wouldn't use force. It just, I mean, it feels right for what the game is. It's clear that they're not super great at it.
There you go. Okay. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
better. Better
like
way of saying it.
I said, they do the job.
Yeah, there you go.
And I don't want to even call it amateurs because an amateur would do more terrible. Look at a certain PS2 game that has the most awful voice acting. I wish you could remember the name of it right now, but oh my god, that game, the voice acting is so bad. It's just hilarious. It's not even Resident Evil bad. It's worse than that
Oh God.
because I believe it was voiced by people that work in there,
Oh
like
God.
in the offices proper, and then their kids' voice as well. I guess my favorite voice actor would be the one who voiced the Magister.
Hmm.
He's the one that has the deep voice and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was a great voice. And one of my other favorite voice actors was Stephen Dirudo, the creator himself.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He had a voice in the game.
So I'm curious now that we're talking about voices. What was the most hated voice? Because I have one.
Ah, fuck. I don't know. I'm trying to
My,
think.
mine
I
was
don't,
Torque. Torque's voice bugged the shit out of me throughout this whole damn thing.
I was also, so I was watching a Let's Play while I was doing this. I heard people saying that he had some Spanish accent or something like that.
Is that what it is?
Ah, why did he hate it?
I don't know. It was annoying as hell. It would always bug me, but it just I don't know. It just didn't seem right. But it's not. I didn't hear any accent or anything like that. I just didn't like his voice.
Oh, I mean, you hated his voice?
His voice.
I'm surprised you didn't hate. I was surprised you didn't hate Spade.
Oh yeah, Spade was fucking annoying too. Now that you mentioned it, but Spade didn't really appear as much as Torque did.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I didn't really hate any of the voices. I say they all did a good job. I was alright with Torque. And Mila did the cute voice thing, which worked for her character. And
Hmm.
Carol, I think my favorite character was in voice acting was Carol.
Right.
I mean, other than the Magister, I mean, he's on a complete different level. But I mean, it works.
Hmm.
It this feels very 90. I'd say, sir, it feels very 90s cartoons with the way the characters like talk to each other and there's like a little, I don't want to say cliche, but just more to standard to what those cartoons were.
Right.
Though I'll say it's not very child friendly, if you know if you recall
Hmm.
certain areas of this game. It's not afraid to go dark. In fact, the game goes dark from the very get go.
Oh, it does. Yeah, that's for damn sure. This game does go
Because
pretty
yeah,
dark.
it's not a spoiler because it's right in the intro. But I mean, the main villain just explodes King's head.
Dude, that was the as soon as I saw that it says chop, I'm like, whoa, okay, that's a that's a. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't like all bloody and gory or anything like
No,
that.
but still,
There's none of that, but just the fact that the head was just chopped off like that, I
yeah.
was like, whoa, that just happened right now.
Oh, and speaking of that, watch the credits. Pay careful attention to his voice actor character
Uh huh.
for something a little dark, but it's pretty funny.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Well, have you not seen the credits? You know, it's when
I saw the credits, but I don't remember that.
it's a character role, like when they show all the.
Yeah, they show like him, and then they show. Oh, I remember what you're saying now.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
remember. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
So yeah, if you finish this game, watch for that.
That was pretty funny. I
Yeah, that was
remember
pretty
that
funny.
now.
I lost my shit.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh,
So
that's pretty hilarious.
so yeah, I mean this game's great and all. I
Hmm.
will admit that, but I mean, if I had to find something to complain about, as you stated earlier before, there is a few glitches.
Hmm.
Yes, for example, moving through platforms, sometimes you snap onto them or like you can outright miss them. I know you saw that.
I did see that now that you mentioned it. Yes,
Yes, and then the escalators in that Chinese stage. If you, I guess if you try to jump in the escalator itself, you can actually go through them.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and there was a point where a wall squished me into a hidden passageway.
I didn't get that
Like,
either.
no, like it was a thing, it was going up. And then it squished me into the passageway without
Oh
killing me.
shit.
And there was a collectible right there.
Oh,
But
go figure.
that was not the entrance because there was another entrance
Right,
to the left. And this actually happened in that same playthrough I was talking about that I watched.
right.
So it's clearly not a what specific thing that happened just to me. And like then we had this okay, this is another thing, more of a nitpick again. There's also this strange habit with the text boxes. I don't know if you notice. Like the words that don't fit in that same line suddenly
Oh,
yeah, they appear
yeah,
on screen and then if they're too big, they skip back down
yeah. I
the
did
line.
notice that. Yes.
I mean, it's a little weird to see the text do that. And then the sound was a little weird. I don't know if this is on my end, but the voices, were they really quiet for you?
They were the music would overtake them. Yes, absolutely. I
Yes.
noticed that too.
And sometimes the music kind of adjusts itself to be quieter when they speak.
Yep.
And no, I mean, this is just sometimes. It wasn't always.
Yep.
Sometimes the music still overtook their voices, which just makes it stranger.
Right.
I mean, but honestly, that's it. I guess I could add the fact that the backgrounds aren't really I mean, they use backgrounds. They're neat to look at, but they're not spectacular. But
Sometimes the backgrounds would be a little distracting, especially like the ones during boss fights. I because there was some boss fights where like there's battle going on in the background between other ships and like there's lasers firing. So sometimes I would unconsciously avoid the lasers that were going from the background, even though they weren't going to hurt me. Does that make sense?
yeah,
I
no,
remember I can't remember which boss fight that was in, but I would have purposely
in
avoid
the
them.
ice stage, it was in the ice stage
It
when
wasn't
everything
that
was
one.
happening.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? Damn it! And they would mess me up, and I would die because of that. But yeah, I would get into that a lot of times. So I would get into that problem.
No, well, yes, it actually happened to me too. A lot of times I thought an enemy was in front of me, and I ended up attacking it, but it turns out it was just a background.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. I'd say that's a bad thing. Well, I guess it's a bad thing because it makes you confused.
Yeah, it confused me. But aside from that, I was okay with them.
Yeah, I mean they're okay. I don't think
Yeah,
amazing, but okay. But I guess we can just end up to say this is a good game.
yeah, I
Yes,
liked it. I thought it was a pretty good game.
yes, I like the feel, I like the colorful visuals. I think
Hmm.
it's a fair difficulty because it does get tough.
I like how it starts you off pretty good and easy, and then it does get to the point where you're like, shit, you're just dying so many times.
Yes,
But I thought it was pretty cool.
it's a consistent difficulty.
Yes.
I will say this: don't think that hell like that air meter is for nothing. There is a reason why it's there.
Hmm.
Because you go into water and you'll be hey, wait, I'm not going to water a lot. Like no, you will be going into water a lot.
And yeah, then
But
there's that other
there's that
stage.
area. There's
Yeah.
one area which is actually really cool. If you like, it's really, let's just say don't get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and if you don't like the voice acting or like listening to this character's talk or the story, whatever, there's
Mm.
classic mode.
Mm-hmm.
Classic mode, which just allows you to play the game, no
Right.
cutscenes, no nothing. Bam. Or you can just skip the cutscenes. The game itself allows you to skip it. Honestly, you have nothing to lose buying this game.
No.
Now it's pretty cheap. I That's the one thing I didn't check, sadly, but I believe it is on Steam. I believe it's $14, like 14.99.
Oh damn, we got a steal at this game then.
Hmm?
We got this game for a steal then.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we got what do you call it? We got this game for from what?
I think it was like $13 on because of the humble bundle deal.
Yeah, so yeah, we got the Humble Bundle, and we got a lot of Nintendo, well, not Nintendo games, indie games, and this was one of them. And I actually kind of regret having gotten into this way.
Yeah, me too. Actually, now that I think about it, or either that, I wish I would have just donated all the money towards them. You know.
Yeah, again, I kind of regret not having gotten it the full price. I
Right.
mean, that's all with Steam. I'd probably pick it up there to help it out of it.
I
Because
would
again,
too.
this game's really good. If you enjoyed Sonic-like games, you might enjoy this. I mean, I don't even care much about Sonic, and I love this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but I like it.
Yes. So I guess with that we can end up that sort of talk
Mm-hmm.
review thing. And well, tell us what you think. I mean, I actually enjoyed talking about a game just like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I liked it too. I think we could go ahead and continue this and probably try out another game here very soon, and then we'll have a little talk about it just like we did right now.
Yeah, I mean, don't expect this to be an often, like very often. It's gonna
No,
be
it's something that we'll play every once in a while and do something like this, or maybe if it's a very long game, we'll probably just both of us check in. We'll probably both get to a certain point, stop, and then we'll come and talk about it, and then continue on the next show or some shit like that.
maybe again. This is
Maybe.
mostly when we don't have topics.
Yeah.
Just like this week, we didn't have a topic.
Exactly.
So yeah. So as always, you can find us on Twitter. You can find me on Monado Johns at MONADOJOHNS. Monado Johns. How about you, Eric?
What's a Twitter?
I believe that's You know what? I don't have a joke. Just say your goddamn thing.
Mine is at Ericyo Ninbits, EricyoNinbits. Ericyo Ninbits. I still haven't posted anything because you assholes don't ever write back to me. So
I post
I know you do. Yeah.
I made a thing. I made a reply to the Great Black Otaku, the most amazing wrestler ever.
You know
And
what? I'll post something now. Hi everyone.
there you go. Go check out his Twitter now. Say hi back to him. Please
Talk to me
don't make it sad. I mean,
right now.
if you talk to people, they'll talk back to you. That's
Let's
how
see.
that works. That's how you get all the clicks.
Oh, I'll be more than happy to talk to people if they talk to me. Dude, I even posted some funny stuff, like when I was playing Pokemon Go and I caught a Pidgey on my chicken tender. Tell me that's not funny.
Hey, tag Pokemon Go. That's how you do it.
There you go. I'm gonna
Tag him.
just tag Pokemon Go for everything. It's like new PlayStation game, and then hashtag Pokemon Go.
You know what? That might actually work if
That might actually work
just for
out.
the
Yeah,
fact that it's so random.
exactly.
Well, that being said, that's it for today, and we will see you guys next time.
We'll see you next time, guys.